guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katie and I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4. I also run the budget shop Purple Glimmer Budgets, which is where you're going to find a lot of the products that I use in my videos. You can find my shop on Etsy or also on my website, PurpleGlimmerBudgets.com. My husband and I are on a journey to pay off a lot of our high interest debt using the cash stuffing method as a way to control our expenses. If this is something you'd like to follow along with, just keep watching. In today's video, I'm going to be unstuffing my weekly wallets for all of the spending that occurred this week. So let me go ahead and open up my iPad. Here is my spending tracker. This is a digital planner that I made for myself. So I have the same information on both pages. This is everything to the penny, and then this is everything rounded up to the nearest dollar. And this is what I use to unstuff, just in case you've never watched my videos before. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. So as you know, as you can probably see, I have a band-aid on my finger. I was making a product yesterday, and as I was doing it, I jammed my finger against my desk and it ripped my nail off. So that's why I have a band-aid. I figured it'd be a little bit more pleasant to look at a band-aid than my finger, because it's like literally ripped down to like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's like that. It's that long right now. So I figured, let me go ahead and put a band-aid on while it heals. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I have some problems. This is one of my bad fingernails, and so is this one. They both are lifted pretty bad, and so whenever I jam it, it just gets even worse. So I'm hoping it'll grow back okay, but I don't know. It's already traumatized anyways, so we will see. This was a pretty like low-key week for us. We didn't go super crazy, so I'm super excited about that. Also, since I told you I messed this up while making a new product, I'm going to show that product off later in the video because I'm going to be sending it off to its new home here very soon. I was super excited. It sold yesterday. I made it yesterday and it sold the same day, so I'm super excited. It seems to be a bit of a hit. Everyone's loving it over on Instagram. So if you followed me on Instagram, you've already seen kind of a look at it, but I might give you like more in-depth look at it and a better close-up look of it here. I'm silencing my watch. It just went off for precipitation. We're getting ready to have a major storm later tonight, so that should be interesting. I'm sure we're going to be hanging out down in the basement quite a bit this evening because there's high threats for tornadoes later on, so hopefully we dodge all of that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to unstuffing all of this. So we did not have to load either one of our vehicles. That's just kind of the nice thing about not having a job to go to all the time for my husband, because he's not burning through gas a lot. So both of our vehicles have massive gas tanks, so we did not use through either one of them. I do know that this next week he's definitely going to, this week that we're technically currently in, he's going to need to fill up his vehicle. We might need to fill up mine, so we will see. So that is awesome. I mentioned that because that's in this purple wallet. I'm going to start with the purple wallet and kind of go from here. So let's see what we get to first. So there's gas, which we don't need, and then groceries. Let's try. I'm just trying to, there we go. I think this is what I need to do. I'm just trying to get situated. Having the band-aid on my finger is really throwing me off because I never knew how important this finger was to me, because this is the finger I use to unlock my iPad. This is the finger that I use to unlock my computer. So needless to say, on both my computers, I put a second fingerprint on because I'm like, I need to have the fingerprint access, but I forgot about my iPad, and it just, I use this finger to do a lot of work. So it's going to be interesting. So for groceries, we went really overboard, and I knew that because we went to Sam's, and when we went to Sam's, we spent almost $300. Now I did break it up. The dress is Sam's and so is the probiotic. So when you add it all together, it's roughly $300. So I knew we were going to go really crazy when it came to groceries. So we spent $316 in groceries. Let's see what we have in groceries and whether I put enough in there. So we have 100, 52, 53, 20. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of this over here, and then I'm going to make a note that I owe myself $4. Let me make sure that's a 6. Yes. So I owe myself $4 in cash. So when I come across 4 singles, we will take care of that. So that's awesome that I was able to bulk groceries up enough to cover everything. It just seems anytime we go to Sam's, specifically when we go inside Sam's, our spending is just crazy. It's at least $300. it is what it is. I try not to go in store, but I wanted to get some eggs, and my Sam's isn't letting you buy eggs unless you come in store, so we had to go in store for that. We're probably gonna put together another Sam's order because I absolutely love like the Texas Roadhouse chicken critter salad. Love it. I could eat that every single day. Well, I decided to kind of make one sort of at home. So I used some like various ingredients and I thought it turned out pretty well. So I made some like mason jar salads. That's why I picked up some mason jars. And that's what I had for lunch for the last, I think it's the last 3 days. I'm probably gonna have another one today. I just didn't make up enough dressing to do all 4 salads because I got 4 mason jars for that price. So I think that's what I'm gonna do going forward because I love those salads. They're delicious and it's kind of a healthier option. So that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry for the salad tangent, but I just like to talk about what's going on in my life. Otherwise I feel weird just like sitting here and not saying anything. So let's see, so that's groceries. And then eating out, I said I would be super happy if I kept my eating out under 150, and I'm pretty sure I did. So we went to Outback on Saturday evening, and then we got breakfast on the way to church. So we're at 137, so I'm super happy about that. My intention was I had wanted to go out to eat with my in-laws after church because that's something that we would do all the time before, except for our church has 2 services, and we've decided to go to the earlier session because that's what my in-laws like to go to as well. Plus, I'm a morning person, so I don't mind it. So we've been going there, but the thing is when church lets out, there's really no restaurants out, so they're open. So that's been kind of hard for us to go out to eat. We'd have to like kind of like stick around town for a while because we travel, I think like 40 minutes to the church we go to because it's kind of closer and over towards them. And so service lets out around, let's see, 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish. And so there's nothing open there. So in order for us to kind of go out to eat, sometimes we have to hang around for like an hour or so for restaurants in the neighboring town to open. That's a lot of time wasted. So we haven't been doing that, but IHOP just recently reopened in that town. So now we have Denny's and IHOP to choose from. So I can see us kind of going there more often. So maybe this weekend we might go out to eat with my in-laws. It also kind of depends because my mother-in-law kind of works for the church. So sometimes she has to stay afterwards to do a little bit of work between services. So we will see what happens. But I think that's what I'm going to set as a thought for us for this week. But we will see. Either way, I'm kind of trying to hold us to going out to eat at one restaurant and that's it. And then do our little morning breakfast before church because I just love Taco Bell breakfast. It's by far my favorite breakfast. Give me a bacon crunch wrap and I'm happy as can be. There's just something about that. I need to try to make the sauce that's in it at home and see if I can make like a healthier version at home. That's one thing that I want to maybe do. Anyways, I don't know why I'm going on all these like food tangents, but I am. So eating out was 137. Let me re-add it up because I just cleared it. So 137. So minus 150, so 13 minus 4, so I owe myself 17. So what I'm gonna do is, so 150 minus 137, and then plus 4 is, I'm gonna take the 20 back, and then I'm gonna turn this 4 into an I owe $3. So now I owe the $3 and I'll take the 20. So right now eating out has $70 left over in it. I'm gonna think while I go through the rest of this to see if there's anything I want to do with that. But for now we'll just leave it. So let me go ahead and mark these off because I totally see myself forgetting to mark these off and then getting confused. Let's see where I want to go to. I think we're done with Purple. All I've left is miscellaneous and spending and we are good there. So I think I'm going to probably end up grabbing my denomination challenge and dealing with that here in a second, but we will come back to that. Let's go personal care. I know we have that. That's 18. So I'm going to do the 20 and then we're just going to mark this off and then I just owe $1. Let's mark off personal care. Okay, my Band-Aid's really starting to bother me, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this on. It's really unsightly, so I'm probably just going to throw a band-aid on for filming so that way you guys don't have to see how crazy looking it is. But after that, I think I'm just going to let it air. Let's see, household. I did the mason jars for household, and then I got myself this like supersonic glass cleaner because my glasses just get really funky. I'm like, I want to try it out. So it was a little bit of a splurge for myself. So 7 plus 22 is, nope, that's wrong. 7 plus 34 is 41. So let's see what we have here. So we have 40, so we're back to owing $2. So let me add the $1 here. So now we owe 2. We'll get to it eventually. And then clothing is, I got a dress for my daughter. She loves dresses, so I picked one up when we were at Sam's. And then I also got her some white tennis shoes. She needs them for cheerleading. We did sign her up for cheerleading this year, so she's going to be participating in that. So they need white tennis shoes. So I'm gonna come back to clothing. I want to go to kids for a second. I might end up combining them. So for kids, I need training pants, and then I just realized that I forgot to put the $13 that we sent to school with my daughter. So let me do that. Kids. Actually, I'm going to attribute to clothing. So we're going to go back to clothing. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So it's going to be clothing because it is a classroom shirt. So they made a self-portrait. She's in kindergarten, so they all made a self-portrait of themselves, and they're going to have it printed on a shirt in the school's colors. And so it's something that they do every year for kindergarten. So I completely forgot about that. So let's go back to clothing. So 13 plus 22 plus, nope, not 22, 13 plus 11 plus 21 is 45. So let's see here. So 20, 40, and then, okay. So let me see if I have anything here to split up. So I have a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, nope. Okay, let me see what I have in here. See if I have any 5s I can get combined. I do, okay. So I have 25 here. I'm gonna keep the 5. And then I'm going to steal one of the 20s. So now we still have 25. I need this one anyways later on for Easter, so we will do that. Okay. So I'm gonna put that there. So now I have $20 here. I put 40 over there and 5. So 45 is taken care of. So I still have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. So $295 left in clothing still. So let me mark all this off. Let me double check. So 13 plus 21 plus 11 is 45. So there's probably been a weird cut right here just because my iPad just started freaking out, and I guess I was still in typing mode, didn't realize it when I was doing my check mark. So I'm just gonna cut that out to not be confusing. So anyways, all I have left is going to be kids, which needs 22. Let's see if I have that. I do not. So we're just gonna do the 20 for now. And then I'm going to just add the $2 to the other 2. So now we need 4. So let's do 4, which I think is going to end up working in the long run because I'm going to need 125 out of Easter, and I know I don't have that, but I'm going to go into spending to take care of that because I overstuffed spending by I think $30. I was expecting to stuff Easter $20 last week and I didn't stuff anything. So I don't know where the extra 10 that I was supposed to do went either. So we're just gonna call it good and come from here. So let's see what we have. So I need 121 plus we owe 4. So it's really 125. So I have 70. So 125 minus 70 is 55. So I need $55. So I have a 5. Let's go back in here and then we'll finalize. So there we go. Move this out of the way. So spending, I have, nope, I'm doing this. So I'm doing the 50, and then I will break this 10 into a 5. So then that's 55. And then we're going to unstuff this. And I will deal with that in a second. Okay, so then all that's left is gas. I'm just curious for myself how much I have in gas to figure out if I'm gonna be stuffing anything this month or this week or not. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have $109, which I gotta figure out if that's enough. I think it might be. We'll see. So anyways, so that's good. Let me get rid of this cash before I confuse myself. So I'm gonna get my denomination wallet. It's already unsnapped because I was trying to dig for some 5s there, but I found it through the Easter. So we're just gonna add these in to the savings challenge. So I have 1 5. So let me grab this. My 2-year-old just trampled across the floor, so I'm sorry if you heard that. I'm going to try and cut it out. So 1 5. So that's that. Okay, I'm putting this over here because it's going to get mixed up. So I have, my 2-year-old just went running across the floor again, so I apologize for that break. So I have 125, 35, 40, so 140 in my $5 savings challenge. And then we have like 110 more to go, and then we will have completed that. And then my $10 savings challenge is going to get 1. So let's color this in. So that's $15 added to my denomination challenge just for me not going crazy. So that's awesome. And then we're getting ready to put in another 60. So that's $75 just added by me not going crazy and spending money. So that is good. So let's go ahead and color in 3 more spots for this. Where is that color? It's the light purple. Where is my light purple? It was just on my shelf. So I said 3. So we have 1, 2, and then 3. Let's see what we have so far. I've switched this out a lot to get it housed into my high yield savings account, so I might be able to condense this a little bit more too. So 500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. So that's 700, 20, 40, 60. So 760, and so that means we have like 240 left, which is not a lot, which is amazing. And then this will be done. And then this is just a random sleeve. This is what I was housing my 52-week challenge in, because I wasn't sure if I was going to go with a tracker like this or if I wanted to go into my binder, and ultimately I settled on the binder. So I should have all of my cash over here or in the denomination challenge, so we should be good to go for me to add all of this stuff up to make sure that it's all accounted for here. So let's do that. 700 even. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure something to do with this band-aid because it is driving me nuts. Of all fingers I had to mess up, this one I just can't handle it. So let's go ahead and count and make sure that it's all here. So 100, 200, 53, 54, 55. We'll keep the 50 over here. 20, 40, 60, 81. So this is 600, 20, 40, 50, and then 700. So it is all here. So that is awesome. That is going to be $700 going back to the bank. And our spending was not too terrible this week, which is also great. I have noticed that this cash budgeting has kind of kept me more in touch with what we're spending, which is definitely needed given what we're going on with right now. My husband was able to start his contract job. However, I don't think it's going to last very long. I think it's going to last maybe like a week, 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer than that, if that. He did reach out to another contract company. It looks like he might be looked at to do that contract role. It's a little bit less than what he was hoping for. But again, on a contract basis, a lower salary is not as big of a deal because they are not super long term. So he can use the time that he's in that contract to try and hopefully find something more permanent. So that's just kind of what we're doing with right now. So again, he's still kind of not fully employed yet. So we're really, really hoping that that changes. Especially considering he's gotten 0 unemployment money from Missouri so far. I guess because he was let go the first day of the week. That week didn't count for him being unemployed. So the next week, which would have been this last week that he certified for, they're saying is his waiting week. So I don't think that gets paid out right away. So maybe next week he'll get his whopping $320. But if that's based upon this week, then that might not happen because he's going to make way too much money this week because he started his contract job. So it's all kinds of fun over here. We're just working through having like no money compared to what we used to have. So actually, hold on, almost forgot. For those of you who did stay to the end, I have a treat for you. I completely forgot. I almost was closing this video out for that. So let me get my iPad out of the way and kind of clear some space so I can show you the fun and exciting product that caused me to mess my finger up. So I would have definitely been a little frustrated with myself if I forgot to do this. So this is the lovely new product that I made yesterday, and I'm super proud of it. I put a lot of like thought and effort into this. Not that I don't do that into all of my products, but my printer gets a little finicky when it comes to printing purple, which is obviously so much fun for me to have to deal with since that's my favorite color. So I found this design, and on my computer it looks absolutely gorgeous, super purple, super pretty. And then I print it out and it prints out blue. So I don't remember which try this was, but like this is what it first printed out. So it's definitely a lot more blue than what I was going for. So I had to play with like the settings and shift the color and like warm it up, tint it up, and do all kinds of craziness to be able to get this nice, beautiful purple hue. Because I mean, this is pretty, but I like this one better. So I just knew that with this design, I really wanted to do it right. So I was super excited about this. So this beauty has already been sold, so this will be going out. Shout out to Mandy for snagging it. She was the first one to buy this. So I posted on my Instagram, everyone loved it, and she was like super excited. And so I saw how her order come through. I'm like, I'm so happy you bought this one. I'm like, it's already made, so I can get it to you a lot faster. I'm like, as long as you're cool with it. And she was fine with it. So again, shout out to Mandy. She placed a massive order, so I'm super excited to start making the rest of her stuff because she picked up some really great ones. So I'm super excited. So this is kind of a closer look. I did have to make sure to unstuff my $100 so she didn't get a $100 surprise. Sorry about that. I need to keep as much as I can over here. But this is the 10,000 version. And so it has $100 cards for each and every one of these. So there is 25 different sheets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, just wanted to make sure that they were all here. They are. So you get 25 different sleeves that have 4 cards and slots in each, and they do fit cash. So just kind of show this here. So she would tuck that 100 there, and it shows there, so it'll fit the bill. Just hold it like this so you don't have to do anything like crazy like that. I did opt for the larger sleeves for this setup. There was like another one, and then it was like really, really tight, and I'm like, you know what, that's gonna be a pain to deal with. So I made sure that there was a good bit of roominess to this, so that way you're not really fighting with it. So I love this. I'm trying to design more for this setup because it's nice. So for like these larger challenges and where you're trying to save larger amounts of money, this size works really well for that. So anything that you're going to be doing like 100 different saving slots, this is really the size that works out better. I love my smaller setup. I love this setup too, but this one to try and do 100 pockets just wouldn't work. You would probably need 2 different binders, and when you go to doing 2 different binders, then that becomes a bit much. So that's what I really like this for, when you're doing like big savings in which you need to break it up a little bit more. But if you do like the setup, I also wanted to offer different options. So if the 10,000 is a bit more than you can handle in your budget right now, I do have some other budget options. Sorry, the glare is really bad on this. It's just my lights, so I apologize for that. But I do have some more versions. So I wanted to keep it so that each slot was like a single bill you could fit into it. So I did a $2,000 savings challenge with the thought that you would be putting $20 in each slot. I also did a $5,000 savings challenge for 50s. And then if you are really low budget and you still want to do this, I do have a $1,000 savings challenge option, and then you would put 10s in all of them. Also, if you want me to convert this setup to my 100 envelope challenge, my 52-week challenge, my 50 envelope challenge, or my 100 envelope challenge, where I like make them all be like 1 through 100 or 1 through whatever, let me know and I can do that. It just, I'll have to update my template, which shouldn't take very long. So just message me on Etsy if that's something that you're looking for. Any of my binder setups like this, they can be customized to like your own denomination or your own savings challenge that you want. I'm happy to do that. So here's a look at the front. There, I'm trying to like not have so much glare. There, I don't think there's any glare there. So it has fun purple flowers, and then I put some butterfly detailing, and then I want it to be a little bit different on the back. And then, let's see, here's the glare. So it's got the same floral there, and then I put just a flock of butterflies. I don't know if you call it a flock or what you call it, but a whole bunch of butterflies flying across the top just to kind of tie into the design that I have in the inside. So I really love how this turned out, and it is already available in all of these different versions on my Etsy. Again, if you want me to swap it for like a 100 envelope, 52, 50, or anything like that, let me know. Message me over there on Etsy and I can do that very easily. So I wanted to show that off in this video. So again, now I think I'm done. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Hope you guys had fun watching this. Let me know, do you like this design? What other designs do you want to see from me? Because I'm happy to kind of make some other options as well. So I will just leave you here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.